In this example, the question says, draw the vector v given that its components in x and y axes have the following values. Vx is -3 and Vy is 4. Before you can start solving this type of problem, you have to draw the axis and the unit vector. I have the x-axis here, denoted with x and the unit vector I, and this is the y-axis, denoted with the y letter and the unit vector j. Let's start with the x. So Vx, the component vector in the x-axis, is going to be the scalar value multiplied by the unit vector I. Now in this case we have -3 and the unit vector I. The minus sign says that instead of pointing into the same direction as the unit vector I, the actual vector Vx is going to be in the opposite direction. And this is how it looks like. It's pointing into the opposite direction of the unit vector I, and its length or its magnitude is 3. We will follow the same procedure for y component. Component vector Vy is equal to the scalar value in the y direction multiplied by the unit vector j. It's given that Vy, the scalar value, is 4 and the unit vector is there. The whole thing has a positive sign, which means that this whole thing point into the same direction as the unit vector j. And j is upward, and therefore the whole thing is going to be upward. And if we draw in this diagram, it's going to be here. It's pointing to the positive direction, the same direction as the j component, and its length is 4. Now, the vector v has Vx and Vy as its component, meaning the vector v is the summation of Vx plus Vy. We have a vector addition. So what I can do here is I can use what we learned before, the vector addition. I will start by sketching the dotted lines, and I would like to stick the tail of Vy to the head of Vx. So I move it here. This is the Vy. The summation is that I have to draw from the tail of Vx to the head of Vy. And that will represent the vector v. So in this example, you know how to construct the vector v from its components. To enforce your learning, write, comment, or share what you have learned today and hashtag PhysicsLitUp. And subscribe to Physics Lit Up for the next video.